Hi, this is Michael Nesbitt from the Bike Marketer team, just with another tutorial for you. I hope everyone is very well. Firstly, I would like to say thank you very much for all the nice comments that people have been giving regarding some of these tutorials, mainly from newbies, because we've started with the basics of SEO, which is search engine optimization. So thanks for that. I hope these do actually help you, and even if you have had a website for a few years, some of these basics will help you, because obviously technology moves on, things slightly change. The algorithms within Google search engines do now look for different things. Over the last few years, obviously video has become very, very popular. So today I'm going to go into a few different techniques regarding how to help your rankings. This is all very, very straightforward. As you can see here, these are very, very basic techniques to help people rank higher. One thing it definitely isn't is rocket science. But as I've said here, rocket science is just a fuel-powered arrow, which is trying to get to space, and space is obviously the biggest thing ever. It's infinite, so how they miss it sometimes, I don't know. I've always wondered why people think rocket scientists are very, very bright, but that's just my humble opinion. Doubtless they are very bright, doubtless they're very academic, but if they can miss space, then that's quite fantastic. And as Elon Musk has obviously proven over the last few years, I don't know what NASA are doing for the last 60 years, but he's launched more probably in the last 2 years than they have in 60. And once he gets the Starlink up there, then the world of internet marketing will change for everyone, because he will offer Wi-Fi across the world at a much reduced rate, and no matter where you are, you will be able to get access to the internet. So that will be great for your industry, my industry, our industry as online and internet marketers. Now, first of all, I'll go into, I've had a few questions and a few people on the likes of email and YouTube and various other messages coming through to ask regarding indexing and specific questions. So I thought I would go in and just show you very, very simply. So one question that I have been asked is submitting your website for indexing, and how do they do that? It's very, very straightforward. So if you just put google.com/ add URL, you will get this page here, which is obviously the Google Search Console. And this is where you can get tons and tons of information. If you go into Google, you'll get help pages and information. I would highly recommend reading up on the way, which I'll go into in a little while, the way Google want you to actually do things regarding how their spiders and crawlers search for information. And if you follow their advice, you will get ranked higher than if you didn't. So submitting your website for indexing, it's simple to find. It's easy to find the submission forms, and Google offers a lot of advice on how they want you to do things. Now this, a lot of people think, oh, well, I don't want to do it that way, I don't want to do what Google does. It's because of the spiders and how they search for things. It's very much like learning to drive a car. You could get in a car and figure things out for yourself, but you'd create a lot of bad habits. When people don't follow what Google wants to do, they do create a lot of bad habits. And it will be straightforward and it will be simple. Although the indexing will take a few weeks, as I've said here, you've got to meet the certain standards and certain criteria and make sure that you do meet them. And Google can be slow, so you have to be prepared for that. You have to understand that Google can take quite a while to do things. But think about how big they are. Think about how many websites they are. Think about Google as an entity as such. You can write in anything and it will find a multitude of websites. Now look, I just put in Google URL, and look, we got 850,000 results in half a second. So, and that was just one. Think about how many people are online all day, every day, searching for things. Google is absolutely enormous. You've got to understand, when they set crawlers away, things do take time. So it might take a few weeks before you get indexed, but once you've gone in and done everything that they want, then the process will be quicker, because they're not having to come back and say, well, we didn't do that for you because you hadn't got the right criteria, you hadn't formatted things correctly. So you need to be aware of that. That's mainly for newbies, because I know a lot of people have websites and they've already done all of this. And if you haven't, then go back and look at it, indexing, and look what Google now requires. Now, some people go in every month and they have a look to see if anything has changed, and then they'll resubmit and say, look, we want this indexed again, because we've got new websites, we've got changes, we've got different things. So you need to be aware of all of this. So please just adhere to what Google want, and it'll be much, much easier for you. Okay. So that's how straightforward that is, and Google can be slow, as I've said there. So, you know, it may take a few weeks, it may take 3 weeks. You just have to be prepared that you've got to do things properly, and that will speed up the process. So the next thing is ranking higher and boosting SERPs. If you don't know what SERPs are, which I did mention if you watched the backlinks tutorials, it's the search engine results page. Now, what that is, when you put in a search and it comes up, you get a list. That's the search engine results page, and that's where you need to be. It's normally 10 different websites on each page. So the first page will probably have 10, second page will have 10 as well. Now, some people do pay to get to the top of that page for a certain search, which you actually can do. But as soon as you stop paying, then you will fall back down. So doing things correctly that are free, that you can actually do, is the way forward for you. You can pay if your company or yourself, if you do have enough money to be able to pay for paid ads and get to the top quickly, then you can do that. But you will have to keep paying to rank high and high and high all of the time. So a lot of people do that if they've got a certain kind of business. They'll just put something in if they've got a new website that's come out, and they'll pay to get to the front to get business in, and then they'll drop down slowly down the ranks, or just disappear off the first page once they stop paying. But it can be very expensive. Okay, now the search engine results page. This is a page, as I've just said, displayed when users perform a search. And it's your goal to improve your ranking on this results page. So if someone, for argument's sake, I know we always say this, but if you've got a health and fitness business, say your health and fitness business is based, we'll take just a city like Paris or New York. So people put health and fitness Paris. Now that could be one of your key phrases, but many people will have this, and if their websites are more established and they've gone through the indexing process properly, then they will rank higher. If their website has a sitemap, if it looks better, if it's got video, if it's updated daily. This is the competition. This is what you have to do. You have to see what the competition is doing, and you have to do what they do, but better. It's not a quick fix. A lot of people think, I'll put a website up there and a lot of people will be able to find it. They can if they put your URL in, but if they don't know you and they're just looking for something in your niche or in your workplace as such, then you have to have all of the right criteria and everything, so you do end up on the front page. So if someone does put in health and fitness in your local area, you need to be able to rank on the first page, and you need to follow all of these steps. Your goal is to be ranked on that page and be in the eye shot of the actual online user. And as it says on the bottom here, as you can see, time and effort is needed to make this happen. You need to put time and effort. You need to get certain techniques that you can do maybe once or twice a week that will actually make this happen. And I'm going to go into that, and I'm going to show you these different techniques and why they work and how they work. Now, the techniques to get ranked higher need to be the relevance to the search, the keyword density relating to the niche, and the backlinks to me a few. Now, we've done a huge thing, as I keep saying, a big thing all about backlinks. Backlinks can help you really, but the main thing that you have to do, which everyone with a very successful website does, is they make their website really, really desirable in that niche. Whether they've got fantastic articles of new things that have just come out daily, whether they've got fantastic videos on there, whether they've got great content and great photographs and it looks amazing. All of these things all add. Now, the other thing you need to remember is the algorithms will search and find these and rank you higher, but you will also get ranked because of all of this hard work, because the way the algorithms look at things now is how long you stay on the page. Which is why when we do these videos, like these tutorial videos, we want them to last between 10 and 20 minutes, because when you're on YouTube, you will get pushed more by YouTube if it is within a certain amount of time, which I think is 10 to 15 minutes actually. So if your videos are around that length of time, then YouTube will support you. It's the same with Google. If your content is desirable, if it's really, really good content and it's fresh daily, then the spiders will recognize this, that it's fresh daily, and you will get ranked higher. Now this is important, so you need to adhere to this, and this is what you need to do. So, as it says here, important point. Now I've put this important point in, as I've just said, because it is absolutely vital for you. Now I'll read through this so you can see. The spiders are looking for exactly for this. They're looking for constant changing, constant fresh content 24/7. So you need to offer it. You need to put articles up daily. So I would find 7 at the beginning of the week. If you've got a video, add that in. If you've got a blog, add that in. If you've got other people's blogs and you've got access to them and you're allowed to use them, do that as well. Get things up on your site which are fresh and new every single day. You'd only need 1 article a day. So if you find 7 at the beginning of the week, then you can put them up every single day. You need the spiders to find your website, and this technique does this for you. It works to get you into a routine to boost your rankings. And if you do it, say, on a Sunday evening or something like that, and you set it up for the next week till the following Sunday, then this will work for you. You need blogs, podcasts, articles, videos, you need everything. It's 100%. This is how to do it. And this is what you have to do. So actually do it. And that will really, really work extremely well for you. Now I'll go a little bit into blogs. Search engines absolutely love blogs. They absolutely love them. The reason is because the structure of the blog remains the same regardless of the content, and search engine spiders really, really do love this. So do a blog and keep doing it, and it works, and you'd be mad not to. And as I've said here, have you started your blog yet? What you're waiting for? Stop this, watch it later, go and write a blog, get it on your website, because it does actually work. 100% it actually works, and it will get you ranked higher. Fresh content every day, that's what you need. New videos, fresh content, blogs, podcasts is really, really what you need. So the other thing that I wanted to go into, which I've had a few messages for as well, you can tell that the messages I've had have all got screenshots on, so there you go. This is what people are asking about. I mentioned the Google sitemap probably in the backlinks, and I probably mentioned it in the last few videos. And how you get into the Google sitemap is very, very straightforward. Just put Google sitemap into Google. You will find the Google console, and when you click and go in, it will say learn about sitemaps, and then all of the information is within that, and that will really, really help you. And it's all very, very straightforward. Google wants more websites. Google's business relies on websites. It relies on you doing the things that they ask for. So just do them, and they will actually help you. So it's an important thing to do. So finally, here we have an understanding of what Google is. Google is enormous, massive, gigantic search engine. It is so enormous, you can't comprehend how big it is. Now, it's in your best interest to read through the information and the help pages on Google. I know that's a bit of an ask, but even if you spend a couple of hours a day for a couple of days, you will learn so much information, and you will learn the criteria and standards that Google wants, and that will really, really help you. So if you do that, as it says here, if you do the things the way you're asked to, you will rank higher than if you didn't. So follow the advice and follow their advice, and it will all work for you. But I have to reiterate, do follow the advice. A lot of people say, oh yes, I'm going to do this. If you don't do it, it won't happen. Okay, so that's a very short tutorial for today, just on a few different techniques. I know a lot of it was off the cuff, and I know I didn't read directly from the page, but I just wanted you to understand how important it is to do these things. Michael Nesbitt, on behalf of the Bike Marketer team, please share this tutorial on all of your social media, click the notification bell, subscribe to this channel, and I will try to do as many of these as I possibly can in 2020. All the best, speak to you very soon. Cheers.